Finally!
All right, man. I get that energy. He's the calm. I'm the storm. All right. We got a show. We got an art gallery. What else we gonna talk about? Show art gallery. Show art gallery. Welcome back, Raw Nation, to another installment of Raw View, where you get a better insight of these king and queens behind the scene. I'm your host, Cheno Royal, Bay. Beat. I'm here with, what's the name, sir?
Jason Cariglino.
Mr. Jason, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. You?
I'm all right, brother. I'm all right. You know, just got off work, had to decompress a little bit, and then I'm always excited to meet new people and see what they got to offer and what they're doing out here in the world, man. So I'm just excited to have you on the show, brother.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. I've just been running around today, you know, setting up promos and stuff for the show I got going.
Yeah, we definitely got to dive into a lot of the stuff, especially the stuff on the table. But, you know, I want to start off with something a little easier, like you're talking about that. Expand a little bit on the day, man.
So, yeah, on the landing, March 21st, first solo show of the year. Hoping everybody can come out and enjoy all the festivities, man. There'll be a lot of stuff, some one-of-one things, a lot of surprises.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Hey, I'm gonna try to make it, so y'all gotta try to make it. All right, I'm be holding everybody accountable in the chat right now, so you guys better be there. But let's go ahead and take a time machine real quick. We'll go way back. How'd you get into this stuff, man? You just slide out the coochie, just painting stuff. Like, how did that? How did that happen, man?
I mean, maybe coloring, but I never liked staying in the lines, But instructor taught me one time, you got to learn all the rules before you can break them.
Okay.
So I decided to go to art school so I could learn how to break some rules.
Okay.
You got to learn the rules before I can break them. So teach me the rules.
Okay. So went to school to better it. What were there like heavy influences there that like kind of pushed you to like take not more of like an aggressive approach, but like push you more down the road to be like, look, this is what I'm doing?
Honestly, I think that I did it because I was bored.
Okay.
I was beneficial enough to where I had like a prepaid scholarship for school and just wasn't using it. So I used it, went back to school. Like I said, went to graphic school and then kind of put it away. Fast forward to years later, it brought me up here. And I really didn't have anything to do up here now that it's cold and I'm used to Florida being able to do things all the time. So I had to figure out some way to channel my energy, not outside.
So you said Florida, is that where you're from?
Absolutely, yep.
What part?
So I moved here from Gainesville, Florida, originally born in Tallahassee.
Okay.
Moved to Gainesville.
Straight Florida boy out here, huh?
Yeah. I had never been out of the Bible Belt before I moved here.
No?
To be honest with you, no, sir.
So without getting into too much, what brought you up here, man? Did you just come up here off your own will? Like you're just like, I have to sightsee up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, baby.
Nobody is that crazy. I moved here for my daughter, man. My daughter came up here and I followed about a year later.
Got you, man. Got you. Well, I'll say I appreciate you being up here too, because I could definitely appreciate some well quality art that we're gonna get into, like I said earlier. But you're talking about you went to school, so from the point of school and like maybe leaving school, what were the steps like?
Man,
kind of getting your like rubber meeting road sort of thing,
if I went anywhere, it was too far.
Okay.
So my steps were not a straight line by any means. I jumped in and out of different situations, different cities, different areas, and really just was on survival mode. And so I really didn't do any of it until right before I moved up here. I had one show in Florida, grabbed some cash, and then moved.
Okay. So it'll be a two-parter. Did you throw a bunch of shows already in Florida, or like when you got up here, like you were kind of honing in your craft when you got up here to kind of like bust out like a coming out year like this year?
Yeah, this is it.
This is it?
Yeah, this is the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of perfecting your craft when you're all down there, and then you came up here, and then you're just gearing up for this year. Is that how that happened?
No, not really. Honestly, it's, I moved up here before any of the art stuff. I did one show down there. It didn't really do anything, so I put it away.
Gotcha.
I've actually been here in Fort Wayne for about 7 years now.
Oh, okay.
And so it really took a lot for me to jump into this.
Right.
This is not just 1 year in the making or anything like that. I've been working on a lot of this stuff. The pictures, the clothing and stuff like that. I've been doing research for years.
Gotcha. Was there anything that kind of pushed you to like take that chance and kind of jump off the ledge a little bit to kind of just be like, look, this is what I'm doing right now and I'm here?
Yeah. So a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine back home in Florida, he went through some things and then decided that he needed to do a big thing. And, I decided that I've lived enough of my life not doing what I wanted to do to where this year was the 1 year I was going to go for black. We're putting it all on black, and this year's my year.
So we were talking behind the scenes, and if it's too much, we don't have to go there. But you were talking about how you're in recovery right now, and you're talking about how that kind of influenced a little bit of maybe even more a lot of the art. So in what ways has it influenced your art?
Yeah, so going into treatment, like I said when we were off camera, I'd been there before. I've been in and out of recovery for about 20 years now, and it's been a struggle, but I'm trying. But the last time I was in treatment, actually, here in Fort Wayne, I just picked the pen back up. I was in treatment. I would ask some of the other patients in there, hey, who do you like as an artist?
Right.
Or who do you like as a singer? And I'd get my counselor to print something off. I'd draw it for them, and I'd hand out the portrait for free.
First off, congratulations for, you said 20 years?
Battling off and on.
Battling off and on. But
clarify that.
Well, at least you're taking the steps to actually get there, and, good on you. Definitely can see through, is there like different moments that have helped inspire the art through those moments, or is it just like what you were just saying with people kind of being like, hey, what's your favorite artist, and I'll just do this?
Usually it's moments in my life. I get the most creative when I am in the most negative space.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds backwards, I'm not sure, but I do. Like when my life is hectic and things around me are not going the way I want them to, this is what I can control. My art, I can control that.
Is there any specific one like you that kind of hold like a good place in your heart right now, or like do you like see it? Because a lot of people, even I do this, where you hold a lot of pieces, since I do art and stuff too, music and whatnot, where you might hold a lot of tracks or pieces close to the vest, so it's kind of hard to really pick one. Is it like that, or do you have one?
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. It's kind of like when I cook,
right.
One of my professions is I work as a cook.
Okay.
And so people ask me what's my favorite thing to cook people, and my favorite thing to cook people is something you like. Whatever your favorite thing is. I think that's what helps me with the portraits and stuff, is I can pretty much paint or draw anything. So whatever makes you happy, I'm happy to paint that. I'm glad you said that, because you were talking about how you started with black and white. That was mainly the main thing for you. And then now, I don't want to say maybe correct me if I'm wrong. You just started with the adding more color into the pictures, right? Absolutely. Yep. This what's going up right now. March 21st, the show that's going up is pretty much my first set that's full color.
Right. So what has been a positive thing and maybe something that has been like maybe a struggle getting used to? Because I know that they're two different things, two different styles, two different ways. So what's a positive thing about going from one to the other, and then maybe a struggle, but you know, you're making it?
Yeah. So yeah, the positive thing with moving over into color is, I mean, it catches the eye way more.
Right.
You know, it grabs people. But one thing that I was struggling with in the beginning was color next to color looks different. Orange next to black looks different than orange next to white.
Right.
And so color really had me trust the process, to wait until I get all the way done before I do the normal artist thing and say, yo, this doesn't look right, I'm gonna paint over it.
Okay. So is it just painting and stuff, or like you doing more than just painting? Like, is it just that one aspect that you're trying to focus on, or are there other aspects of entertainment that you're trying to dive into?
Yeah, I'm just trying to slowly build this year. You know, I've got plans in the works to ultimately get to Miami at the end of the year for a big art show.
Florida boy going back to Florida.
Absolutely,
man. Always calling him.
Yeah, always got to get the sun recharged. But yeah, I've been working on things, you know, like these custom bags here.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do some one-of-one things.
You want to talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, so basically what I do, I just go and grab whatever kind of bags I can find anywhere that match. And then I take one of my prints, one of my paintings.
Okay.
Like this one. I kind of just went along with what I had here and kind of made it match the whole Basquiat theme. And then the idea is to grab another color and match it up with something else.
I was going to ask you about that because would you consider yourself like a designer, like at heart? Is it like the painter first and then designer and then other things? Or like, would you just say it's just all together?
I like fashion, man.
Okay.
I like clothes. I
can tell by your swag.
I like images.
Tell by your swag, bro.
I like spending money, I think. But no, like I like fashion. I like everything that goes with it. And I'm trying to make it to where my art can be fashionable, because I think it is.
Okay. Well, we could definitely see by the art on here. Like, did you make the whole design yourself? Like, is it like all the splotches and stuff? Like, you kind of painting it, or like how's the process really work with these?
Yeah, so these you know, the yellow on these is spray paint. I just kind of grab some plain monotone bags and then just dress them up.
Okay, so you're like literally going like just buying a plain bag and then you're just like, all right, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so these aren't quite done. These will actually have little nods to Basquiat.
Okay. That's what's up. So would you be doing these more, because we were talking about this earlier about like, you're talking about like having like a one-off for like a whole fit. Is that like what you're mainly aiming at? Like having like a whole, maybe one fit, I'm putting my heart and soul into this, then boom, and then selling it off like as a whole? Or are you going to like how are you going to disperse them?
So the idea is a soft launch. So I'm hoping to open my store, online store, March 21st.
Okay.
With a couple of things. But in that store, there will be a chance to do some one-off stuff. I won't even be reprinting those items.
Right.
So if the person gets a shirt, an outfit that I make, bags, and a print that goes with it, I'll take those completely off the store. So
before we get into the show, which if you haven't seen the promo, go check out the promo. All the stuff will be down in the description below and stuff. What is something that you have thoughts about for this year? Like what's some goals that you have for yourself this year besides just the show?
I just want to grow. I'm learning a lot in this transferring over to try to running a store is hard.
Right.
Setting it up is really difficult. It's a lot of things, promoting stuff. I'm used to being in my studio, my apartment, by myself.
Right.
I never really had to worry about making a store, doing promos, who's going to edit my photos, who's going to edit my videos, all of this, and it's turning into a one-man
show, baby.
You know,
you already know the struggle, because like that's what I have to go through a lot with a lot of this stuff, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, at least nowadays, whether it's CapCut or other video editing software, it's just like people are figuring it out. Like, man, maybe I should just try it myself.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, what's some things that you would tell somebody who is just getting started, such as yourself, some simple steps maybe they can take to like maybe boost the ego or the confidence to just be able to be like, hey, I have my own stuff now, I just need to get out there and just do the stuff too.
I just got one thing. I'm not big on advice, so it's a suggestion for sure. But don't compare. Don't
killer, man.
Don't compare at all. I have a close friend that always says comparison is the killer of joy. So, you know, I try my best not to compare myself to anybody else because, you know, there's much different artists out there than I am, and there's a lot that are the same. And if I get stuck in my head comparing myself, then I won't ever paint again.
Yeah. And there's definitely too much of that. Nowadays, there's way too much of that. And I know it's an ongoing battle for everybody, but definitely something to keep working on. And so with you being here, and did you plan on going back at all? Like back to Florida at all? Or like since your daughter is here and everything, is like the main mission just being here until...
Yeah, no side quests yet.
Yeah, no.
Just kind of hanging out here until cool. You know, until she's 11.
Okay.
You know, and so she's got her little arts and dancing and stuff like that she does. So she likes it here. So we're gonna appease that until you know, time, yeah. Until she's old enough to where I can go back home.
So let's say it is time. Are you trying to take this like to Miami, LA, New York, maybe some fashion weeks? Like what's a bigger picture? Like if we step back and look at it, like something that you're like looking long term about with this stuff.
You know, I just want to finish out the year.
Okay.
You know, I don't really try to put myself way too far out there.
Right.
You know, if I'll start future tripping. You know, and I'll get way ahead of myself. And, you know, so like really, I'm trying really hard to stay in the moment because I catch myself being in Miami already, you know, and I haven't even done a lot of the work. So, you know, I got to make sure I stay here present.
I hear that for sure. Got it one day at a time, right? One day at a time. All right, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you for sliding out on the show. I appreciate the time. I know you're a busy man out there editing and doing all the stuff. Check out all the stuff. Check out this man's Instagram because like I went on my own wormhole trip just watching all his videos and stuff. So definitely check this guy out. But I got one more question before you get up on out of here. Keep doing your thing, man. Where do you see all this stuff going? I know we just kind of hinted on it and talked a little bit about it. Where you see all this stuff going? Maybe, I know we talked about this year, but maybe peeking into next year a little bit. Like what's that looking like?
I mean, ultimately, you know, I'd like to have a gallery where I live on top of it and come down and make clothes and have a store and people come in, you know, and whatever gets me from right now to there, I'm willing to do it.
Of course, man. Hey, man, well, we're rooting for you over here, man. Keep doing your thing. Beautiful pieces, beautiful artwork. Keep doing your thing, man.
Hey, yo, I definitely appreciate y'all for checking out this here video. Make sure you go ahead and check out any of the new and old content that is right above me. And make sure y'all stay royal out there. Peace.